What is up guys, it's your boy Solheim here, back with another Wrath of the Lich King Classic video. So today I want to show you guys a gold farm that I've been doing a few times recently in the Wrath pre-patch. This one is really great. It is a MITHRIL gold farm, about farming MITHRIL, and we're farming in Addon. So I've been doing this one off stream lately, and I wasn't even going to make a video on this, but Scott J recently made a video on his run and how he farms MITHRIL in Addon, and considering my run is quite different, very different in fact, I want to show you guys how I'm doing this, and I've been doing this ever since the pre-patch came out. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. Just go through this portal right here in Addon, so you can use the portal to the inner Addon right here. There's a couple of reasons why, but reason number one is that there's usually a MITHRIL vein spawning in this room right here, and just to give you guys an insight on what we're doing here, we're doing a roughly 6.5 minute run, and we're getting 4 MITHRIL veins every single time. We are getting between 3 and 5, I have had 5 veins a couple of times, I've had 3 veins one time. So if you're really unlucky, you're getting 3 veins in 6.5 minutes. If you're very lucky, you're getting 5 veins in 6.5 minutes. Now, when I say 6.5 minutes, you can also hear that 6.5 multiplied by 5, we are getting locked out in half an hour. So I'm doing this to basically get the most value out of my time during that half an hour, and then I just go and farm something else on a completely different character. So station 1 character outside of Addon, bang out some quick resets very quickly, and just farm a bunch of gold very fast. So I'm using an in-game stopwatch right here, and this run right here I think is a little bit slow, but we're going to be going through everything I'm doing, where I'm going, and the good thing here is that we are going to be resetting the dungeon without having to invite anyone else or have a second account. We are resetting by ourselves, so you don't have to invite your alt and log over to do the reset trick or anything. We are using a logout trick to get right back to the start of the dungeon instead of going to the graveyard or anywhere else, and there's a reason behind that as well, so everything will be covered throughout the video. I'm just showing you the entire run so you know where I'm going, why I'm going there. Try to avoid these guys as much as possible, so hug the wall like I'm doing here. Now at this location right here, a lot of people go up left, and we're doing the same. Some people go on the right side, we're going up to the left. Instead of checking the whole dungeon, we're just going straight to the princess. So we're going over here, and instead of checking up the boss, we're using the map to our top right to see if there's any mining veins available. There's usually never any in this area right here. They're usually at the room where we spawned and where we are going next. So as we go through here, I'll show you one more time, I'll show you where I'm going and where you can find the mining veins. So now we are going towards Princess. We are literally just going to cross the bridge and go halfway over the bridge. I do think that in this specific clip I'm walking all the way over to the Princess area, but after I've been recording this clip and doing things, we just jump straight down. So the reason we're doing this is you cross half the bridge, you're checking for veins down inside the water. There's usually 1 vein in the water, like right under me now, you can see 1 vein popped up. This one will almost usually always be there, and when there's a vein in the water, we literally jump down. So we find a reasonable place to actually jump down to the water without putting the boss or anything like that. So jump down here, go grab the vein. So instead of a lot of other runs usually do this one last, we're doing this one first, and there's a reason behind that as well, which has to do with the logout trick that we are using. So now we grabbed vein number 2. It's been 3 minutes so far. 3 minutes so far, and we grabbed vein number 2. If you're looking for raw gold at this point, then you have, if you're level 70, like I'm level 63, but if you're level 70, you can pull rot grip. I can also pull rot grip, but it takes a little bit of seconds out of my time, so I'm trying to be as efficient as possible here, guys. So for me, it's not worth pulling rot grip, but if you're playing a class with huge DPS, to the point where this wouldn't really hurt your gold per hour at all, then feel free to pull rot grip. We are going to go by one more boss that you can also kill for raw gold as well, and this is an insane gold farm. I'm just going to do some maths while we swim here so you can see where I'm going, but we are getting 4 veins every single run. We can do 5 runs per hour, and we're doing that in 30 minutes. So 4 veins times 5, that's 20 veins. On average, you will get 3 MITHRIL veins, so let's say 2.5 every single time. That means you're getting 50 MITHRIL ore in half an hour. That also means that in 1 full hour, you're basically getting 100 mithril ores every hour of every full hour of farming, and right now they are selling for 2.5 gold each, making this a 250 gold per hour gold farm. It's not insane, but you also have to remember, you can pull the bosses for extra raw gold, and you are also getting some valuable gems every now and then, and you're getting some not coarse stones, but you get the point, you're getting some stones. Now every now and then the veins will be gold or true silver instead of being mithril, so right here we have a gold vein instead, and on my server they're actually worth more, so that's a good thing, but if they're worth less on your server, it's a bad thing. Either way, we are picking up 4 veins, so after I go into this room right here, we go into the last room or the last place, and this is where the logout trick also happens. So now we are crossing over the water once again to go kind of back to where we came from. We are going towards where we came from at least, and over here we have 2 more possibilities for a mining vein spawn. There's almost always going to be one of them up in the room, and sometimes both of them can be up as well. And I'll show you both locations in this video, which is why this one is taking a bit longer than usual. Like right now it's been 5 minutes and we are almost done. Fun fact, this room right here was also where I found my first Edge Masters back in OG Classic. So yeah, I don't know why I wanted to say that, but yeah, I found my first Edge Masters here, farming on my mage. Good times, good times. Now this is where the next boss is going to be, so if you want to pull some bosses for some raw gold, you can do that. This guy can give you a weapon that renders for like 2 or 3 gold, and it used to be a really good solid gold farm back in Classic WoW. So right here you will see 1 mithril vein downstairs right here, right next to me. There's 1 in the middle of the map, like all the way in the middle of the map right now, and there's 1 further north as well. So personally I always just walk far enough into this room to where I can see the entire map, and I can see if there's any mithril veins inside this area. So just for the purpose of this video right now, and to check the mithril vein up north, even though I have found 4 veins already, I know there's not going to be anything up there. Well, there's a slight chance that you get 5 every now and then, but I almost always get 4. So right now, we're in the middle of the room, you can see there's no mining veins spawning further up north. So where I have my mouse right now, that's where they would usually spawn. And to do the logout trick, this is where you go. Go to any of the flowers in this room, jump on top of it like this, and don't fall off like this, but jump onto the stalk of the flower. So jump basically just like this, and log out. As long as you are logging out on a flower like this, or you're logging out on an object inside a dungeon that is higher than your character, so you have to log out above your character's height, which is why standing on the flower itself doesn't work, but jumping on top of the stalk actually works. Now when we log out here and we log back in, we will be teleported to the start of the dungeon. We will not be teleported outside, so you still have to reset, but you can see we're logging out and we're logging back in. I'm not cutting the video, nothing's happening here, we're literally using a logout skip inside the dungeon that will take us all the way back to the purple entrance. Now here you can actually farm some more gold as well if you want to, by hunting for mining veins on that side of the dungeon, but for the purpose of being efficient here, just go out, and when you go out there's a high likelihood of there being a mithril vein available right there. Pretty much in 50% of my runs, if you check on my map right now to the right, down here, there's a mithril vein that I'm jumping down to grab, and in 50% of my runs, this mithril vein is available. So this gives me 5 mithril veins every single reset. Now jumping down here to grab this one does take a little bit of time out of the resets, so basically 32 minutes of farming, and you have a bunch of mithril. This is very good if you're looking to farm gold and you have mining and you don't really want to do blood furnace, or you're not playing a DK or a paladin or something like that can solo blood furnace but you have mining. This is a very good and easy gold farm. Plus if you're looking to skill up mining, well, the 210 to 230 threshold is very difficult and very expensive, especially if you're looking to smelt everything. So doing solo farming inside Maraudon from 210 to 230 skill until you can go to Angoro and farm thorium, this is a very good way of getting past that threshold. So yeah, that is it guys, just a quick run through of how I'm solo farming in Maraudon, and I've been doing this for quite a while to farm a bunch of mithril, because that was one of my investments and I farmed those just to keep them, and I'm currently selling them. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like down below and subscribe to the channel for more Wrath content. Either way, thank you so much much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon. Peace out, guys.